I want to tell you today that success is not built overnight. It's not built by chance, and it's not built by the applause of people. True success, the kind that cannot be shaken, the kind that keeps you standing even when life tries to push you down, is built on one simple habit: consistency. It's not about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do faithfully. It's about those daily choices, the things no one else sees, that shape the foundation of your future. You see, a seed doesn't grow into a mighty tree overnight. It grows because day after day, it receives water, sunlight, and care, the same way your dream, your health, your relationships, your career. They grow stronger not because of one big action, but because of small, consistent actions stacked one upon. Success isn't about a single moment of greatness. It's about developing the habit of showing up, doing your best, and staying faithful even when you don't see results right away. Too many people quit when they don't see change quickly enough. They give up when the progress feels slow. But consistency says, I may not see it today, but I know every effort counts. I may not feel it now, but I know something is shifting in my favor. When you build the habit of persistence, you are telling your future, I'm not stopping until I see the harvest. Your consistency becomes the foundation of unstoppable success. Now, here's the second part of that one habit: consistency in your mindset. Because it's not enough to just show up in your thinking. You have to guard what goes on inside your mind. If you're consistent in your belief, consistent in declaring victory over your life, consistent in expecting good things, even when circumstances look the opposite, then you've set yourself up for breakthroughs. Your thoughts are seeds. If you keep planting doubt, worry, and fear, you'll grow limitations. But if you consistently plant faith, gratitude, and hope, you'll grow success. Don't let your mind be a playground for negative thoughts. Train yourself to see possibility where others see problems, to declare abundance where others see lack, to believe that doors are opening even when they look closed. That's the habit that unlocks unstoppable success, training your mind daily to align with victory. Life will test you. Challenges will come, delays will show up, and disappointments will knock on your door. But when you've built this one habit, consistency in both your actions and your thoughts, you become unshakable. The winds may blow, but you'll keep standing. The storms may rage, but you'll still move forward. Because your success isn't built on how you feel in the moment. It's built on what you've trained yourself to do every single day. So I encourage you, stay consistent. Keep showing up when it's hard. Keep believing when it's slow. Keep declaring victory when it looks impossible. One habit can change your entire destiny. One habit can set you apart. One habit creates unstoppable success. Consistency is the habit that builds unstoppable success, and it's often the one thing people underestimate the most. We live in a culture that loves quick results, instant gratification, and overnight success stories. But if you look closely, behind every great achievement, behind every person who has reached their destiny, you'll find a long trail of consistency. It wasn't luck. It wasn't just talent. It wasn't one big break. It was showing up day after day, doing what seemed ordinary, staying faithful when nobody was watching, pressing forward when it was easier to quit. Success is not built by what you occasionally do. It's built by what you consistently do. And when you make consistency your lifestyle, doors open, opportunities appear, and progress begins to multiply in ways you never imagined. Think of an athlete preparing for a championship. They don't train only when they feel like it. They don't prepare once in a while and then hope to win. They develop the habit of consistency. Day after day, they run the miles, lift the weights, and practice the moves. Even when their body is tired, even when it looks like nothing is changing, they stay faithful. And when the big game comes, their consistency has prepared them for victory. It's the same in your life. You may not see immediate results, but every time you take a step, every time you choose discipline over comfort, every time you show up, even when it's hard, you're building strength. You're laying a foundation that cannot be shaken. Many people start strong, but they don't finish strong because they quit too soon. They get discouraged when the progress feels slow. They let impatience talk them out of their blessing. But success is not for the ones who start and stop. It's for the ones who keep moving forward, the ones who understand that small steps of consistency will eventually lead to big breakthroughs. The harvest doesn't come the day you plant the seed. The seed takes time to grow, and it's the daily watering, the daily nurturing, the daily care that causes it to develop roots. Your life works the same way. Every consistent choice, every faithful effort is like watering your future. You may not see the growth on the surface right away, but underneath, something powerful is happening. Too often, people give up because they don't see change quickly. They go to the gym for 2 weeks, don't see the results, and quit. They work on their dream for a few months, face obstacles, and stop. But consistency says, I don't need to see it today to believe it's working. I don't need to have all the results right now to keep moving forward. Consistency is an act of faith. It's saying, I believe that what I'm doing has value. I believe that my effort will produce fruit. I believe that if I stay faithful long enough, success will show up. That's the kind of persistence that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Look at nature. A river doesn't cut through rock because it's strong, but because it's consistent. Drop by drop over time, water carves its way through the hardest stone. That's what consistency does. You may not feel powerful right now. Your progress may look small. Your effort may seem unnoticed. But if you stay consistent, you will carve through the obstacles in your path. You will break barriers that once looked impossible. You will achieve what others said couldn't be done. Not because of one big act of strength, but because you refused to quit. You refused to get discouraged, and you kept showing up. The truth is, feelings will come and go. There will be days you feel motivated and days you don't. Days you feel like giving it your all, and days you just want to stay in bed. But consistency is not about feelings. It's about commitment. It's about saying, even when I don't feel like it, I will do it anyway. Even when it's hard, I will stay faithful. Even when progress is slow, I will not stop. That's when you separate yourself from the crowd. That's when you build unstoppable success. Because most people let their emotions dictate their actions, but people who succeed let their commitment dictate their actions. Every small, consistent action compounds. If you read 10 pages of a book every day, it may not look like much. But in a year, you will have read hundreds of pages, and your knowledge will be miles ahead of where you started. If you save a small amount of money each week, in a few years, you'll have a financial cushion that gives you freedom. If you practice your skill every day, you may not notice the difference in a week, but in a year, you'll be operating at a level that sets you apart. That's the power of consistency. It doesn't look spectacular in the moment, but over time, it creates extraordinary results. The enemy of consistency is distraction. Life will always present you with reasons to stop, reasons to delay, reasons to say, I'll do it tomorrow. But if you live distracted, you'll miss the harvest your faithfulness was producing. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the goal. Remember that every step matters. Don't despise small beginnings. Don't look down on the days of slow growth, because it's in those moments that you're building endurance, you're building character, and you're building the kind of success that lasts. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is powerful. It doesn't always bring instant applause, but it brings lasting rewards. People may not see your effort. They may not celebrate your discipline, but one day, the results will speak for themselves. One day, your success will shine so bright that no one can deny the power of your consistency. And you'll look back and realize it wasn't one big moment that got you there. It was the habit of showing up day after day, never quitting, never backing down. That's the secret to unstoppable success. Consistency in your mindset is just as important as consistency in your actions, because what happens inside of you will always shape what happens around you. You can work hard, you can push forward, you can even stay disciplined in your routine. But if your thoughts are filled with doubt, negativity, and defeat, it will sabotage your progress. Success is not just about what you do with your hands, it's about what you allow to dwell in your mind. The thoughts you consistently hold on to will become the reality you consistently live in. If you want unstoppable success, You must build the habit of guarding your mind and training your thoughts to align with victory. Every day, thoughts will try to enter your mind. Some will lift you up, and some will pull you down. Some will tell you that you're capable, strong, and destined for great things. Others will whisper that you're not good enough, that you've made too many mistakes, that your best days are behind you. You cannot stop negative thoughts from knocking on your door, but you can stop them from taking up residence. You don't have to entertain every thought that comes your way. You don't have to accept every lie that tries to root itself in your heart. The habit of success is choosing daily to reject negativity and to feed your mind with faith, hope, and confidence. What you think about consistently, you bring about consistent. If you keep telling yourself you're not capable, you will shrink back when opportunities come. If you dwell on the thought that life is unfair, you will stop seeing possibility. But if you build the habit of telling yourself, I am well able, I am equipped, I am favored, I am chosen, you create an atmosphere where success can thrive. Your words are seeds, and when you plant the right seeds day after day, you will reap a harvest of victory. You can't control every circumstance, but you can control your perspective. Two people can go through the same storm, and one will come out stronger while the other will give up. The difference is mindset. One chose to see the storm as temporary, as an opportunity to grow, as something that cannot stop them. The other saw it as permanent, as proof that life is against them. Your success depends not on the size of the storm, but on the strength of your perspective. If you consistently tell yourself that setbacks are setups for comebacks, if you consistently remind yourself that delays are not denials, if you consistently believe that everything is working for your good, you will keep pressing forward until victory shows up. Think of your mind like a garden. If you don't intentionally plant good seeds, weeds will grow automatically. Negativity, fear, discouragement, they come naturally if you're not careful. That's why you must daily plant gratitude, faith, and vision. Take time each morning to set your mind in the right direction. Before you face the world, remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. Speak life into your dreams, into your family, into your future. Don't wait until circumstances change to start thinking positively. Start now and let your thoughts pave the way for the change you're believing for. Some people think success is only about hard work and hustle. Yes, effort matters, but your mind's the engine that drives everything else. If you're working hard but constantly telling yourself it's not going to work, you're cutting yourself off from the blessing. If you're disciplined in your habits, but constantly imagining failure, you're limiting your potential. The habit that creates unstoppable success is consistency in your thoughts. Holding steady when fear tries to overwhelm you. Staying positive when others are negative. Choosing to believe in possibility even when you don't yet see the results. That kind of mindset will carry you further than talent, further than connections, further than natural ability. It's easy to stay positive when everything is going well. The challenge is to remain consistent in your mindset when nothing looks like it's changing. That's where most people give up. They allow circumstances to dictate their thoughts. They let delays steal their joy. Let challenges rob their peace. But the ones who succeed are the ones who stay steady inside no matter what's happening outside. They've developed the habit of keeping their thoughts aligned with victory. They know that circumstances are temporary, but mindset is permanent. And if they hold on long enough, life will have to catch up with what they've been declaring. Remember, your mind will always believe what you feed it. If you keep feeding it doubt, it will believe you can. If you keep feeding it faith, it will believe you can. The difference between failure and success often comes down to what you tell yourself every day. Are you telling yourself that you're limited, or are you telling yourself that you're limitless? Are you reminding yourself of your obstacles, or are you reminding yourself of your opportunity? Build the habit of feeding your mind with the right thoughts, and you will build a future filled with the right outcomes. The most successful people are not the ones who never face opposition, but the ones who refuse to let opposition change their outlook. Look, they've trained themselves to see challenges as opportunities to rise higher. They've learned that their perspective is the steering wheel of their destiny. They consistently keep their minds in a place of victory. And because of that, life eventually lines up with what they've been believing. So make a decision today to be consistent in your mindset. Don't let one bad day convince you that you have a bad one. Don't let one failure convince you that you're a failure. Don't let one closed door convince you that all doors are closed. Consistently tell yourself that your best days are still ahead, that your greatest victories are still in your future, that what looks impossible is already being worked out for your good. When you live with that kind of mindset, no obstacle can hold you down, no delay can stop your destiny, and no challenge can keep you from success. That is the power of consistency in your thoughts. It may not be visible right away, but over time it will shape your life in ways you can't imagine. Guard your mind, train your perspective, and feed your faith. Make that your daily habit, and you will walk into a future filled with unstoppable success.